Okay, hey everyone. So I'm doing something different with this, so I'm gonna be kind of a little bit distracted while I do. But I wanted to talk about two specific things in this particular recording session. One, I want to talk about Forma and how to use them, and two, I want to talk about the fucking navigation map because it makes no goddamn sense. So first up, Forma, because I've missed my Punch Boy lately. And he needs a Forma in him to get him up to speed, I believe. So he's only got 7 in capacity here. I don't know what's picking up on my screen or not, because this is a weird recording setup. And I want to put in his auxiliary slot, which, there we go. Exilus, I'm thinking no, not Endurance Search. What one's one? Either, what was the fucking drift I wanted? The Power Drift? I think it was Power Drift. Yeah, well, no, because I don't need the chance to knock down, but Power Drift is still probably the best one. But I want Power Drift, so I need 2 more capacity. Annoying.
New alert marked on navigation.
But not the worst. So what we're going to do is go here. I have 4 Forma currently. I'll have another in a second, which is why I'm doing this. And I'm going to put in a D slot. I might actually be able to like rearrange this stuff to get that out of it as it is, but I don't care enough. So this is going to turn... this thing is a... basically what a Forma is a prestige. I think I've talked about this on the affinity part, but yeah, I'm going to put a D slot in here because Atlas, my good punch boy, needs 1 more D. Whoops, streamline's in the wrong spot. Okay. So that kept that. That's a weird thing for it to keep. I'm just going to toss Armored Agility there just so we can then put... was it Intensify? I literally forgot what I had on here already. Luckily, I have a recording. Okay, so we put Intensify back on, just for stuff. I need to redo your colors at some point, my dude. Remind me to do that later. So, we've now brought our good Atlas Punch Boy back to unranked, which means that we have to get him back up to level 30 again. It's a whole thing. But to do all this, let's talk about what you need. Operation Plague starts happening. Ignore that. This is the whole map of the game. It is a confusing fucking mess if you just start the game. Because, what is it? You start on Earth, right? I don't even remember anymore because I was around pre this. But you go, okay, so say you're on Earth and you need to go to Venus. Well, if you want to get off of Earth, you need to go to let's not talk about Earth, actually. I'm gonna black that out really quickly. So, because that's a whole other thing. Well, you can see it on the fucking main map, so never mind. Okay. So I want to get off Earth. There's going to be spoilers in this. Sorry, it's a fucking tutorial on how to play the game, and it's going to be in-depth. I want to leave Earth and go to Venus. Well, you have to do the stuff for the Venus Junction, so you need to complete Vor's Prize. We've done that forever ago. Collect 20 mods. That's just running missions. Apply 4 mods to a single Warframe or weapon. That's really easy. Upgrade any mod to rank 2 or higher. Again, super easy. Defeat 3 Exodus enemies on Earth. All of those are very easy. So what you would do is... maybe you can't fight them again. But there's like a small combat thing that pops up, and I mean, these guys are super easy, so who cares, really? Oh yeah. I'm gonna feel really bad, but I didn't even have to do anything. Anyway, yeah, we did that. We killed him. Sorry, Rhino. Anyway. Yeah. Normally, you would sit at that, I've already done this because I went back and did all these, well, most of them. But you'd sit at this, you get a little animation of this gate opening, and this would lead you to the next area. But take everything I'm doing with a grain of salt if you're brand new. Because that normally wouldn't be that easy. Never noticed how weird that scene is without its proper music. But that will open up our navigation for, for, wow, my brain just stopped, for Venus, Mercury, whatever one it was. So, Venus. So then we can go here, we click to Venus, it will bring us to Venus, or you can just click on Venus itself. And then you do all the stuff through here, making your way all the way to the Mercury Junction, and do that going forward. Now the issue with all of this is a good system. I actually like, this is a lot better than it just used to be, just go through the planets. Just do it until you got to the thing, then you could go to Mercury. There was no junction there, it didn't like force you to do stuff like beat the boss or rescue hostages and learn things. It just was, oh hey, you done it. Go, and you just go to the next. It just sucked. But there's a bunch of shit that's just spoilers on this. I'm so sorry, but it's easier to teach from this account than it is from the other one. You'll get shit for things that you can't do, and it will show them always. Like if I didn't have, say I'm on the other account and I'm, you know, I'm still just where I was last time I left. I just finished Vor's Prize and maybe unlocked Venus. These things, this one for avoid the mobile defense, that's all the way over here. You know, you're looking at getting to either to what I guess Neptune would be the first one you get to, or something. Uranus and then Saturn. Okay, so you'd get to Saturn, which, you know, you're jumping through all of these different things to get to. So I guess, yeah, you'd be running through like a dozen places before you even got to the Void. But that will still be there and selectable, and it just tells you can't do it. And it's super bad. Like, it should, and if you don't have the stage unlocked, it should just not show. Because you can't do it then. Oh, cool. Yep, Forma's done. Because then you can't do it. It's incredibly frustrating from a new player design perspective. Like, a new player, I was watching somebody stream who just started playing the game, and they, oh, whoops, I forgot to start building the next one. Hell, there it is. And they went to go, they're like, oh, an invasion, cool, I need Fielderon, well, however the fuck you pronounce it. And they were like, oh, this invasion has Fielderon, cool, I'll do that. Click the thing, oh, it's on Neptune, I can't go to it. Well, what about this one? I have all the way through Saturn unlocked. What about this? Okay, cool, I can do the, oh, I don't have the mission, I don't have Tethys unlocked on Saturn. Stuff like that. Like, it will continually do that over and over and over again. And it sucks for new players because they just feel like they're locked out of all the cool shit and they're gonna miss it. Because, I mean, these alerts do not have long timers. You know, like, this one just popped up and there's only 40 minutes on it. You're not gonna run through like 6 planets to get to the Void to do this mobile defense. And so you're gonna feel like you're missing out on this content, which you're not really, because this will pop up a billion times. And also 20 Void traces is kind of bullshit. It's not worth it. But it still feels like that. And some of these things, like sorties, will not, this icon will not even show. But like the invasion icon does, and the alert icon does, and it sucks because you feel kind of trapped out of it. But what I'll say is, unless an alert is on a planet that you can do, just completely forget about them, because up until they are actually of use to you, they're pointless. Like, until it's like, okay, well, I want to get Vauban. Okay, well, that's going to be a pain in the ass for you, but I also understand wanting him. He's kind of cool. He's got his balls everywhere. So Vauban is only obtainable, his parts are, through alerts, and they're random, and I think they're, like, each part pops up once a week. I'd have to look up what it is, but it sucks. But say you're not there yet. So if you want Vauban early, you're going to have to talk to people in chat and be like, hey, can I get a taxi to the Vauban alert? And they'll have to also be willing to do that alert mission. Hopefully it's not a survival or a defense, because most people, unless they want that part as well, don't give a shit about doing the endless modes or the, well, 10-minute, 10-wave alerts, because they already have the stuff. Or they don't want the thing, and it's like, I don't want to spend 15 minutes doing waves of defense or 10 minutes in a survival just to get something I don't want. So the worlds, the star map, or star chart, I guess is what the proper name is, could definitely use some work in that sense. And basically what I'm saying is just work your way through. Start on Earth, complete Earth, go to Venus, then go to Mercury, and then Mercury to frickin'... Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't... You actually have to go back to Earth. That's also something else. There should just be a line that connects Mercury to Mars, instead of having to go back around, because then you're like, wait, you get to Mercury, you finish, you're like, wait, where the fuck do I go? There's no way forward here. There's how do I go somewhere else? Because if you're starting on the third planet, like, it used to be you started on Mercury. Mercury was the first planet, Venus was the second, Earth was the third, Mars was the fourth, and so on. Because that's the way the planets are set up in, like, the solar system in real life. So that was how they went. You just went from planet to planet to planet. And they changed that. And now it's a little bit more confusing, but I think the new system works. I just wish that there was a Mars junction on Mercury that made sense. It kind of interrupts the flow. And when you get to the junctions that have like 3 or 4, it's a little bit more confusing too. Like, you go to Mars, well, I want to go to Phobos. What does it take to get to Phobos? Open 3 Void Relics. Okay, we'll have to go over Void Relics at some point. God, maybe that'll be next episode. Defeat 150 enemies in a single mission on Mars. Better hop into a endless. Scan 3 Cephalon fragments on Mars. Okay, cool. That's whatever. Ceres, defeat the boss of Phobos and defeat the boss of Mars. So you can't go to Ceres until you go to Phobos. Which, that's the only direction you get. It doesn't... There could be a clearer arc to this, but whatever. And then, 300 Arid Grenier enemies on Mars and Void Relics, blah, 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 blah. And say we're going to go to Phobos. Well, Phobos then connects to the Void.
A new alert has begun. Will be marked on navigation.
Alright, Mom, thanks. Fake Mom, you're not even real. That doesn't have a junction to the Void, so that would be your first option to get to the Void. So you'd have to get through 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 5th planet, through the 5th, like, body in the system. Oh, wait. No, you can't, because that one goes that direction, doesn't it? Oh, no. No, it goes both ways. Okay, never mind. I'm tired. But you wouldn't be able to get to the Void until you're 5 planets in, your 5th planet. That's a while. So, you wouldn't be able to even look at this till you're 5 planets in. That's... But then after you defeat Phobos, you come back to Mars, go to Ceres. Ceres heads to Jupiter. Jupiter to Europa, which Europa Dungeon requires you to do Stolen Dreams. And Tesha... And yeah, so you have to go to the Void to even go to Europa. And then craft a Warframe Spectre, that's nothing. Actually, the Warframe Spectre thing should not even be in there because it is utterly useless, and I believe they even took out the function for them, outside of them being like just little NPC fighters that you can toss down. It's... I need to look into that. Saturn, you need to just finish the New Strange, which is a quest, and then defeat Alad V, Salad, and then complete Ball on Europa. So before you can go to Saturn, you have to go to Europa. Before you can go to Europa, you have to go to the Void. The Void used to be the end. The Void and Derelicts and Pluto used to be the end of the game. That was where you did, like, all of your high-level shit. And now, like, they changed the Void up to where it's not a key thing, and the Derelict still is, so you can kind of see the remnants of this old system that was in the game. I've done Capture and I've done Defense. You're lying. You're absolutely lying. If they're glowing blue and flashing like that, it means you haven't done them, but it's not true. This is locked for some weird reason. Oh, because I don't have a key for it, huh? Yeah, same thing with Sabotage. But, like, this is an old Orokin ship that's been infested. So you go in and this is the old system that they used to have for the Void, too, basically. You would craft keys that you would then choose a mission. Like, I have 5 keys for defense. I could go do that. I could do 3 exterminates or whatever. And then you do the mission. It was kind of similar for the old Void, where you had keys for this, but I don't believe you crafted those. You collected those, and those keys opened up different missions, which those different tiers of missions had different loot rewards. Instead of the, in my opinion, overly complex relic system, which we'll get to next. But yeah, it's a whole thing. The star chart is, I don't know why I said the star chart there. It's a weird beast. But yeah, from Europa, yeah, you can't go anywhere. So back to Jupiter, Jupiter down to Saturn, Saturn to Uranus, Uranus to, oh, I haven't done Neptune. Oh yeah, I never did the Neptune Junction. And since I am host all of this, it doesn't actually matter for me. Since I was playing before they added the new star chart system, they kept it unlocked for anybody who already had the planets unlocked beforehand. So yeah, complete Nata, defeat Til Rigor. I have killed Til Rigor multiple times. That's one of my favorite boss fights. Whatever. Complete any 5 missions on Uranus. I guess I haven't killed him since the new system. With your melee only weapon, whatever. Open 5 caches during any sabotage. Yeah, sure. And then Neptune. And then this will bring you to Pluto. What's the Pluto junction? Oh, I have to do the Corpus Spy mission. Okay. Pluto is kind of the end game-ish type thing. There's Ares and stuff, but it requires a Lua mission? Really? Huh. We'll talk about Lua when we get into more spoiler stuff. But yeah, you're looking at a bunch of different things that are I did the Jordis assassination. I guess I didn't do the raid, so that's why. I didn't do this because I have no reason to. I didn't do this because I have no reason to. But yeah, then this is the end. Sedna is the last unlockable planet, it looks like. I mean, there's more. Lua and the Kuva Fortress are spoiler things, though, so we'll not talk about those. But anyway, this is how the map works, and don't mind the dojo thing. That's if you're in a clan, but that doesn't matter. And that's how Forma works. So I'm gonna work on my punch boy. So yeah. Anyway, have a nice night, everybody. I'll see you.